Hello, my name is Fernando Paolo and I am here to demonstrate the Software Latino ERP. This time I'm going to focus the demonstration in the payroll module specifically. Let's start. Once we have installed the application client in the computer, we have the ERP Latino logo on the desktop, and to open the system, double-click it. The first window that appears when we open the system is the login window, where there is 4 fields in it. The first 2 fields are for write the user ID and user password, and the others 2 indicate the server name and the SQL Server database that we are going to connect with. I'm going to put the user and password, then click OK button to connect the database. When the application is connected, show a message and you click OK to continue. Okay, this is the main screen of the system, and in this window we have the application main menu. There is a menu on the top of the screen that helps to navigate through the system, but to navigate through the modules we use the main menu window below. Every option of the main menu window goes to a different ERP module. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'm going to double click at the payroll module option. In this menu we have 4 options. The first option is for open the employees list window and add, modify or delete employee data records. The second one is for open the payroll list windows that allow us to generate, modify or delete payrolls. The third one is for open the payroll reports window. And the fourth option is for go back to the main menu. I'm going to double click the first option to open the employees list window. In this window, we have at the top of the window several buttons that allow us to navigate and apply functions through the records below. The purpose of this window is only to show the employee records. Every record in the list is an employee, and it is not allowed to modify data from here. There is several ways to filter and order the employee records too. By default, when we open the window, the filter is set to the active employees. The inactive employees are hidden. As you can see, the fields that we list in every employee record are several, and these fields can be shown off and on depending on the user request. If we click the employee name, the field edit changes to underline, which it means that if you double click the employee name, you open the employee data window. I'm going to double click the employee name to open and see the employee data. In this window we store all the data related with the employee. The purpose of these windows is to add, modify and set an employee record. Because there is a lot of fields, we divided the window in 7 different tabs. The first tab contains the personal data for the employee, like call, name, address, birthday, and the monthly salary. And the 5th tab contains the data related to the salary and the different ways that we can use it to calculate the employee payment. Those are the monthly salary, the fortnightly salary, diary value, and the overtime value or hour value. This separation is necessary because, according to our labor legislation, these are the main values to take in count. In the system, it is only necessary to put the monthly salary in the first tab, and the other values are calculated automatically. And if we want to recalculate the values, we just click the button, which is the last button in the upper bottom line, before we in the upper line. Did you do that? And then that recalculate the different salary calculation that we have. Before we leave this window, there is another thing to remark. In the same record we were separating the different salary values, we put the layer account to generate the posting of every payroll where this employee appears, which is this. We could choose one of these accounts to produce the posting when the employee appears in a payroll. These are the different rates that we are paying to this employee, like salary, Christmas bonus, vacation time, overtime value. And you know that every one of these one is going to a different account, to a different layer account. What we do here is to choose the different layer account that correspond to this spending. In the upper part of the window are to save the changes. This is to save the changes, and to try to delete an employee, which is impossible if the employee has a payroll related. And all of these buttons are for navigation and for to save or delete or undo the changes. Once you have completed the employee records, you could generate a payroll. And I am going to close the employee data window and the employee list window to back to the payroll submenu window. And I'm going to double click the second option to open the payroll list window. In this window, we have at the top of the window several buttons that allow us to navigate and to apply functions through the records below. The purpose of this window is only to show the payroll records. Every record in the list is a payroll, and is not allowed to modify data from here. There is a lot of options to filter the records, like payroll date or dates range, and there is several ways to order the payroll records too. By example, we could go to the description or go to any of these fields and order by it. And there is the option, of course, to filter by the different fields, and you could use in the different fields. Okay. The fields that we list in every payroll record are several, as you could see. These fields can be shown off and on depending on the user request.